Let me ask you something. Do you enjoy the sights and the sounds of the city? I'm Tom Dalton from the Emmy Award-winning PBS television program Under the Radar Michigan, and our cities are some of the most exciting in the world to explore. Just take a look.
If you're ever in Detroit and you hear thousands of people yelling and cheering and having a great time, there's a good reason for it. Was that a header?
Meet the Detroit City Football Club, a relatively new minor league soccer team whose passionate fan base is growing faster than you can say.
Detroit!
The team's nickname is Rouge, and before every home game, their most ardent fans get together at a local restaurant and watering hole called Harry's. It's where the team fans lubricate their lungs and get pumped for the battle on the field. This is also where we ran into the Northern Guard. The Guard is a group of hardcore super supporters that opposing teams fear because of the intensity of their cheer.
Why do you love this team so much?
Because they're awesome.
Why do you have that megaphone?
Because it's awesome.
I couldn't have said it better myself. So you are one of the heads of the Northern Guard.
Correct.
I understand it's really interesting to sit anywhere near you guys.
You can't sit. We don't allow it.
Oh, I also heard that.
It's standing for 90 straight minutes plus, lots of drums, horns.
And endless enthusiasm.
Endless enthusiasm. 90 straight minutes of nothing but singing.
When other teams come to Detroit, they lose. Because suddenly they're not playing in front of mom and dad and 3 kids that they gave free tickets to. It's suddenly 3,500 people who hate them. And you know, afterwards, I'll have a beer with them, no problem. But for 90 minutes, they're scum. And we're gonna tell them they're scum.
I'm kind of scared to go to the game now.
You shouldn't be, because you're not on the field.
Oh, right.
You're with us, so you're good.
So, do you have to be tall to be in the Northern Guard? Because you guys are all tall.
Oh, no, you just interviewed Captain Jack. I mean, he's on his way there.
Oh,
but
okay. What's the most exciting thing about being on the Northern Guard?
it's just the atmosphere.
The
There's just nothing like it in any sport.
And when you're at the game, you guys create such a ruckus, it must be so distracting for the other team.
So we've heard, and that's our job. And I wear that like a badge of honor. We're not there to make friends. We're there to make sure that our opponents are tripped up, so to say.
I don't know if I should be rooting for you or the guys on the field, but I have a funny feeling you guys are just as much fun to root for.
Please keep the focus on the club. That's what we like to do.
Okay, deal. You're one of the Northern Guard?
Yes.
You're not as scary as the other guys. You seem more normal.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you can get scary?
Oh, yeah.
Let me see some scary.
Nah, not yet.
No, yeah, that's too early.
Yes.
Let me guess, Northern Guard.
Northern Guard, that's right.
I know, you're not going to gore me, are you?
Not today.
Okay, and you're not a Viking, but you're a big fan.
That's right. We're the horn section.
Oh, let me hear it.
Then, suddenly the battle cry began with smoke, drums, and cheers from the Northern Guard. And the parade to the soccer field over at Cass Tech High School got underway. Hundreds of people marching, chanting, and cheering the half-mile march to the stadium. Before the game got underway, I had a chance to talk to Sean Mann. He's one of the passionate people who brought this incredibly cool spectacle to the Motor City.
We just spent about 2 hours with the Northern Guard. Oh my gosh, how did you do this? How did you bring this level of soccer and enthusiasm to Detroit?
You know, we created Detroit City FC with all those guys in mind from day one, and really, we're kind of the host of the party, and they're the party, and we recognize that, and so we bring a platform here for those guys to go crazy and create like a really unique sporting atmosphere here.
Now this all started when you started the Copa League, the Detroit City Football League?
Yeah, 5 years ago. The idea was trying to think of a really fun, kind of unorthodox way to do communal organizing in the city. So it's neighborhood versus neighborhood, it's Corktown versus Brightmoor versus East English Village versus Hubbard Farms. And after 5 years, there's 34 neighborhoods in the city that are participating and close to 1,200 people playing in the league.
But how did that evolve into this semi-pro league?
There's 5 of us who actually got to know each other playing in that league, and we were just of night of drinking and just recognize we're the largest market in the country without a team. And not only that, we thought there was this opportunity to do a team right and do one that catered to this crowd, this unique crowd that's not just your normal little kids soccer balls and orange slices, but a really adult, kind of mature atmosphere that's unique.
Well, this is the most enthusiastic, energized, electric event I've ever been to. I mean, it's amazing the amount of passion and community spirit that these games bring.
Yeah, we started a team from day one about City of Detroit, about city pride. We partner with all local businesses for sponsors, and this was kind of our ethos, and the fans, the supporters have totally recognized that, embraced it, and so that's why you hear chant, and now you see tattoos that say Detroit City till I die.
Well, what you're doing for the city and for the community spirit is to be commended.
Yeah, no, it's our pleasure, and we just love being here in the city, and this is kind of our way to get back to Detroit.
So with families on one side and the entire Northern Guard on the other, the game got underway. And I have to tell you, not only was the quality and speed of the game impressive, the way the Northern Guard intimidates the other team is a show all by itself. If you're one of those people that think soccer is boring, you haven't been to see the Detroit City Football Club yet. Trust me, once the smoke clears, it's something you'll be talking about for a long, long time.